Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to do what am I going to do? An eyeshadow palette collection. Disclaimer, of course, I'm not trying to brag. This is more so for me and, you know, helping myself, hold myself accountable for the things that I already own, make sure that I'm being more mindful about the things that I'm bringing in to my collection because, of course, I don't need any more makeup just generally, but it is a hobby of mine, so I will keep buying more, but it's just more so keeping stock, you know. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. So I'm just gonna get into it. I'm tired. This is like my third time filming this, so I am quite perturbed. But yeah, we're just gonna jump into it. I may declutter things along the way, things that I know I'm not inclined to use, but just keep in mind, you know, as I'm running through this, there's a lot of stuff that I haven't used at all, just because so much, you know, came in and it's, you know, it's just hard to keep up, especially when you're using something and you turn out, you know, it turns out that you like it. And then you forget about the other things that you haven't touched yet. Also, a lot of these things I have used in the past, but not recently enough that I remember how I feel about them. So that's another thing. I think during this, sorry. I love how the little girl, our neighbor downstairs, I love how her mother just shushed her, but her mother's like the loudest one. But anyway. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through this and I'm probably gonna pull stuff aside, things that I know I haven't used in a while that I do want to use again, things that I'm curious about, things that I'm on the fence about, you know, and that way maybe I can put those in a pile for a future declutter, because obviously I'm not gonna love all of this. I already have stuff in mind that I kind of want to get rid of anyway. So Christina, shut up, I'm talking too much. And let's just jump right in. I organize them into piles of like by brand. That way it's just easier for me. And then I have a miscellaneous brand where I just have like a one-off from the brand, and that's really all I own. So anyway, the closest one to me is Tarte. So like no particular order. This is the Tartelette Tease, and that's what. Let's see, that's back there. That's what it looks like. Not my favorite, but I do want to keep it. This is the Tartelette Flirt. This is my favorite, as you can tell. What you doing back there? The Tartelette Party. I just got this, haven't used it, so there's that. This Tartelette Cue the Confetti. I just got this as well. It was so basic, but I don't know, I think that's part of the reason I wanted it. And I like the packaging. It was just like simple selection, nice hard plastic, so I could use it when traveling, whenever that'll be. Excuse me. The Tarte. Okay, it just says Tarte eyeshadow palette. That's helpful. Okay. Yeah, Tarte eyeshadow palette. I don't know, but it was like 19 bucks on Tarte's website. They were having like a sale, and I wanted to get the new shade of the Lip Sip vegan lip oil, so I just threw this in the bag. But I really do like this shade down here, Paradise. That's one of my faves. So there's that. The Tarteist Pro To Go. Another nice, cute little basic. I've moved away from using larger palettes. Obviously, I still own some. I'm still going to keep them. But, I don't know. I'm not into the whole, like, bulky thing. I like a more limited selection. The Tartelette. This was the first one. Tartelette In Bloom. And the Tartelette Toasted. I really thought this would be my favorite, but I don't know, it's kind of flaky, some of the shimmers, so I don't know. So that's all I have from Tarte. Not getting rid of any, I'm doing poorly already. But again, it's not really, I mean, obviously I would like to declutter, but I mean, I'm not going to declutter for the sake of decluttering. I'd rather use things a bit more, and then give it away knowing that I tried it and it just genuinely didn't work for me, or I'm not interested in it, or whatever. Nars. So I have this cute little duo in Isolde. I had to find this on Mercari because Jessica Braun always talks about it, but I could never find it in the older packaging. And I had heard, I don't know if it was true or not, but I had heard that the newer packaging in the Nars Duos has a different formula. The eyeshadows in that packaging have a different formula. So I was like hell-bent on getting this packaging, and I found it on Mercari for like, I think 25 bucks or something like that. So I bought it. But yeah, got that, and I really enjoyed using that. As I do the Nars Copper, this is the Voyageur eyeshadow palette. I have another one in Nectar. Nectar I've not used as much as Copper, but it's really nice, especially for this time of year, spring. Not that anybody's going out, but the Nars Afterglow, a more recent purchase of mine. Really like the shades in here. I've tried about 6 of them, so I mean, you know, I can't attest to the whole palette, but not gonna lie, the packaging just suckered me in. I mean, it's gorgeous. So I do like the shades inside genuinely as well, but that was a big selling point. And I don't normally, you know, buy things for packaging, but the Nars Narcissist Loaded, and this has gotten some love from me. I do enjoy this. I mostly enjoy these lighter colors down here. Like these 6 right here, this dark brown, and then these, like, I don't really use the black, but yeah, I really enjoy using that when I want a more, I mean, you can do either or, subtle, sultry, whatever. These BH Cosmetics palettes, this is the Weekend Festival. I've not used this, but I'm gonna keep it because I'm determined to use it. And I know everybody says that, but we'll see. This is me putting myself out there. Same thing with this. This is the Royal Affair palette, and I really like this because I like the different pops of color, like the chartreuse over here. But I've not used it just because, I don't know. I think it's more cool tone than I thought it would be, and I think that scares me because I think cool tones on me, although I would like to get into them, I think they make me look dead. And I'm not trying to look dead. So we'll see. Actually, I'll pull that one out because I genuinely want to try these shadows. Actually, I'll pull this one out too because even with the colorful one, if I mess up, I mean, no one's gonna see me, so it's okay. This, let's see, Mally Muted Muse. I really enjoy this palette. Emily Noel talks about this, or she used to talk about it a lot, and that's why I ordered it. So like that. This one, actually no, I'll put that here. This is the Mally Open Up eyeshadow quad in Everyday Nudes. I remember not liking this a lot because I didn't think it showed up on my eyelids very well. So I'm gonna hold this to the side and try it a little bit more before I get rid of it. Let's do Pixi. I love this It's Judy Time eyeshadow palette. I don't know why I'm covering nothingness up here. But yeah, pretty much everything except for this gold. I'm not a fan of really bright yellow golds. And this black, which has some glitter in it. But everything else I really enjoy. This is one of my favorite shades in the palette. As is, like, you know, these 2 mattes up here, this one over here, this like rosy brown color I really like. So enjoy that, keeping it. Another one of my favorite eyeshadows from Pixi, the shades of Taupe. Jessica Braun talked about this many moons ago, so I ordered it, even though it is cool tone, but I actually do like this on me. So I'm gonna keep that. That's had some love, or that's been given some, I don't know what I'm saying. Fiona Stiles. I really enjoy this quad. Pretty basic, rusty, copper, brown, warm eyeshadow quad. Fiona Stiles isn't around anymore, but whatever. I mean, I don't really go by the expiration dates on the back. I just go by color, performance. I don't know. If it's as good as I remember it to be, then I don't really see a problem. If it doesn't look weird, doesn't smell weird, I'm keeping it. So it's just going on me, so I don't really care. One of these days I'm going to get pink eye and then I'm going to care. Then I've got Norvina. I'm not getting rid of these, but this ABH Norvina Mini Pro Pigment Palette Volume 2. I definitely want to try this more, so I'm going to set that aside. This Master Palette by Mario. I'm not getting rid of that. Modern Renaissance, of course. Soft Glam. Haven't used this a whole bunch, so I don't know. Should I put it aside? I already have like 4 here. I don't know. Man. Sultry. Definitely haven't used this, and I don't think I will right now just because it's very cool toned. Let's do these Urban Decay Naked Basics 1 and 2. One of these is broken, so I'm gonna be okay. It's not this one. So there's this. I remember in college, one of my best friends, she used this, and I thought it was so cute. It was so simple, so sleek, and I went and bought it. And then they made it 2, and I just got suckered into that whole thing. This one I don't like as much because it's a lot. It's odd because I know that everyone said that this needed more of a gradient, the first one, and I agreed. But then I felt like this one was a little too, I don't know, it's still, I mean, I guess, I don't know. I felt like this was even more so the same colors across the board than the other one. So, I don't know. Like, there wasn't that stark enough of a difference between the 6 shades. I can only get 6, so there's that. It's dirty. Set that aside. I'm not one to, like, get suckered into, like, collections and series and things like that. But with that one, I liked that it was just so, you know, basic, and it was simple, it was sleek. It wasn't like this ginormous palette that I probably use twice a year, so I feel like I just wiped eyeshadow on my face. I probably didn't. Oh well. Urban Decay On the Run. This is the Mini in Highway Queen. And is it called On the Run? I mean, it says On the Run, but it doesn't say Mini. But whatever. So yeah. This is what I have on today. I have Coast to set my eyeshadow primer, and then I used Shag Van, and I really am enjoying that. I want to continue using it more, so I'm going to set that aside. The Urban Decay Party Favor, I believe this was a holiday release, and this just has a bunch of their Moon Dust eyeshadows. Haven't used this at all. But I'm also kind of not in the mood for it. I don't know. Am I in the mood for it? Not really. I don't want to overwhelm myself with homework, if you know what I'm saying. The Urban Decay Elements eyeshadow palette. This was another holiday release, I think, from like 2018. And I've not used this a whole bunch, but I really do enjoy the colors in here. I like that they're more jewel tones, so they make them a little more wearable, as opposed to like the BH Cosmetics eyeshadow palette that I mentioned. So there's that. The Urban Decay Electric palette. I really like this, but it scares me. Using it is, I don't know, because a lot of it on the back says that it's not safe for eye use. And I know people do it anyway, but it just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of weirds me out. Like, why would you, if this is an eye shadow palette, why would you put shadows in it that are not eye safe or not recommended for use around the eye? Where else are we supposed to put it? It's marketed as an eyeshadow palette. So that freaks me out. I don't know. Do I want to use it more? I think I'll try it. I'm kind of scared though, because what if I get some, like, I don't know, glitter in my eye and I like cut my eye or something. I don't know. The Urban Decay Born to Run, that's what it was. On the Run and Born to Run. So I want to use this more because I've had it for a while, and the shades I really do enjoy, but I guess I just got overwhelmed with a lot of, because I ordered a lot of stuff when I placed the order for this, and it just, you know what I mean? The Urban Decay Naked Palette. This is the OG. I've not had this since it came out. This obviously is new and it's discontinued, but I bought it before they discontinued it when it was like half off. And just because it's a palette that, I don't know, it's weird because I purchased this one first. This is the Naked Heat. I do enjoy this a lot. You do end up getting a lot of similar looks out of it, so I mean, whatever, but I mean, what do you expect? With this, I purchased it after because I've been putting it off for so long. Like, do I really want it, or I just want it because it's like a cult thing? But I decided to get it anyway, so there's that. I've used it a little bit, but not enough. I am going to keep it though, but I'm not interested in using it right now. Then I have, oh, everything's getting further away from me. Let me just hold these all closer to me. Sorry, my work is in your face. Okay, that's enough for now. Then I have these Alamar Cosmetics palettes, and this is the volume 1. I really enjoy this palette. This is my favorite of the 2. I do own the second. This is the volume 2. Ooh, this doesn't bend back. There it goes. I need to break the spine. That sounds terrible. But yeah, this one does have a mirror. The first one does not, but I do enjoy the first one a lot more, but I am keeping both. Then I have my Urban Decay chocolate bar tin whatever things here. This is the OG. Gonna keep that. I found this recently at Marshall's, so a few months ago, and I've not used it yet. Same thing with the bonbons. Have not really gotten around to it. I have, however, used the gingerbread extra spicy. I don't own the original, but I don't know. Looking at both of them, this one intrigued me a lot more, so I got this one. It was also like half off. I really enjoy Plenty of Dough. That's a nice shade to just throw on. Butterscotch is nice too. So yeah, if you want those like soft pinky peach colors, especially for spring, I enjoy this a lot. I don't think it's extra spicy at all. But then I have these minis. These I did, like, as you can tell, I did get suckered in. I don't have the semi-sweet, the chocolate gold, that clover palette. So, you know, if I like a line, I will buy more from it if it genuinely intrigues me, you know, inside. You know, it has to be a two-way street. Sometimes it's like, you know, maybe it is more so the packaging that I'm more interested in than the inside, but I do have to think, yes, I am going to use what's inside as well. So, the Tickle Peach, the Sugar Cookie, Shake Your Bonbons, and Hot Buttered Rum. So these two are newer to me, haven't really used them a lot, but I mean, quality seems to stay around the board, so I wouldn't be surprised that those are also good. This is actually funny. This is from Too Faced 2018, their holiday collection. My sister got me their like journal planner thing, and it came with 2 missing shadows. So I just thought that was funny. And she was like so mad, and I was like, Marian, who cares? It's not like you did it on purpose. Like you opened them up and popped them out and then gave it to me. But she was like, I know, but I wanted it to be perfect. I was like, who cares? And she called customer service. I don't remember what happened with that, but I know she spoke to them. We've got the Too Faced Natural Matte. Almost dropped it. It's not in this packaging anymore, but it's a nice simple palette. I love this one. This is one of my favorites. The Just Peachy Mattes. This, I do love the smell. I'm not a fan of their like scented, like peachy, scented anything. I just feel like it's not necessary, but this smells really, really good. It reminds me of one of my best friend's houses, and I think it's like the sweet fig cream. I don't know, her house just always smelled like that. She didn't have figs lying around or anything, but I don't know. Smells good. I have these Kat Von D palettes. This is the Shade and Light Eye. It's the repackaged like hard plastic, which I kind of don't like. I prefer the cardboard. And then I have this Metal Matte palette. This is the mini. I really like the shades in here. I don't know, I think I'll put this aside and get some use out of this. Yeah, this brand doesn't exist anymore, but I already had these long before. I found this one at Marshall's as well. And then this I got like forever ago. I just haven't really used it a lot. I think when they started pulling stuff off, or no, I don't know, maybe it was like a Sephora like deal of the day thing where they put like a random item on half off or whatever. So there's that. And then, let's do, almost done here, guys, I'm sorry. Got everything all nice and neat, and now it's all gone to crap. So let's do Lorac. This is the Lorac Neon Lights Pro Pressed Pigments palette. Another recent purchase. It's one of the shades is broken, the disco shade. So I'll have to be careful with that. I haven't pressed it. I've been lazy. So there's that. Actually, I'll keep this out. I'm excited to use that. I've got my 4 Pro palettes. So the one. I really like the lighter shades up here, especially this Nectar and this Plum. Cool Gray's nice, Rose, Mocha. This broke because I dropped it right on this corner and I pressed it, but not very well. It's still functional though. So there's that. 3's nice too. Very hard to differentiate between looks with this, especially these first 4. First 8 up here this way. But I really like Terracotta, Rose Bronze as well. Dark Mocha's nice. Amethyst is nice. It's not as deep as that, but like it's not true to pan, but I like it. And then this is the last one they released, the 4. And I've not used this a whole bunch, but are you surprised? We've got the Lorac Pro Mini. I remember Andrea Mattiliano panned that and I was like, whoa. Then we've got a thumb dipped in the eyeshadow. The Unzipped from Lorac. I've not used that right now because I was in like a rosy phase and then I wasn't. And then we have the Pro Mega. Mega 2. Mega 3. And Mega 4. I think Mega 3 is my favorite, but I'm a basic biznatch. So the Lorac Shine Bright, I believe. Yeah, Shine Bright. This was their holiday release, I think, in 2018 as well. So there's that. And then this Pirates of the Caribbean. I believe my sister found this for me at like a Goodwill. So she just picked it up for me. She knows I love pirates and makeup. These e.l.f. eyeshadow palettes. The e.l.f. Prism. I want to pull this out. I'm going to get more use out of that. The Matte from Matte. Oh, shoot. Oh, that hurt. I'm going to pull this out too because I want to use both of them. Those are the only 2 that I have from e.l.f., so might as well. Then I've got these L'Oreal La Palette Nude 1 and 2. This is 1. I'm going to pull this out because I remember using it and not being very impressed. So, or maybe I was more impressed with one more so than the other. So I'll pull both of them out. I'm also going to use this one too, the Color Riche Pocket Palette in 106 Boudoir Charm. Did I just dig my finger in there again? I remember using this and not liking it because it was very flaky. So I'm going to use it more, and if it is anything like I remember, then I'm going to get rid of it. We've got some Smashbox. This was part of a holiday kit I got. And this is the Sultry. I'm gonna get rid of this because this is just way too dark and way too cool for my liking. I can see maybe 3 shades that I enjoy, but I'm not gonna, there are 8 pans and I like less than half of them. So, gonna get rid of that. This one is the Blaze. Again, it's in that holiday packaging, which I wasn't a fan of. Kind of weird, but whatever. The Smashbox Studio Pop Eye Palette. My sister found this at a Goodwill as well. That's what it looks like. I don't know where my arms are today. So let's set that aside. Please. I think I'll use these. Then we'll do NYX. This is a random Ulta Beauty gift with purchase. I've never touched it. I feel like I should give it away because there are already 2 shadows that I know I wouldn't use, and that's already a third of the palette. And I've not even swatched it, so I'd rather give it to someone while it's like brand spanking new. This NYX Ultimate eyeshadow palette, I'm gonna keep this out too. I figured if I have all my colorful palettes out, then I can kind of like dwindle them down. You know, if I'm able to, you know, use them at the same time so that I can compare. This is the Grind palette by NYX, and I've not swatched this either. So I'm gonna get rid of this. I mean, it's not that it doesn't really interest me, it just doesn't interest me enough to justify keeping it, because a lot of the shades in that palette I have obviously hundreds of times over, and I don't know why ruin the eyeshadow palette. You know, why not just give it to someone who can use it brand new. This is the NYX birthday palette that was a gift from Ulta so long ago. Let's set that over here. This Sugar Trip Squad by NYX. This is a holiday release, I believe last year or the year before. But again, this is one of those like not safe for the eye. I haven't swatched this either, and I kind of don't want to, but at the same time, I really like these shades here, these like pinky peachy coral colors. What do I do? I don't know, I don't want to ruin it. But at the same time, I don't want to ruin it just for those 2 shades. But I really like them. Okay, I'll be good. I'll give it away. I'm gonna give this away too. This is the NYX Whipped Wonderland eyeshadow palette, and it was like in a tin, another holiday. I don't know why I got this, honestly, and I didn't think it would be this obnoxiously large for the amount of shadows that are actually in it. It could have fit an entire row, additional row, but I mean, whatever. And again, not swatched. I think I accidentally touched one, but it's just one probably when I was opening it, but I can definitely give this away. And those glimmers look, or shimmers look chunky. So, yeah. Wow, I gave away 5. Not done. This is my ColourPop collection, and my sister and I, oh my gosh, we don't live together, so we would like buy palettes for each other, but like the same ones, and like she would have her cute AF and I would have my cute AF instead of just sharing. I don't know why we're like stupid like that, but there came a point where we were trying to collect them all and then we just didn't, and I'm glad that we stopped when we did. We still have a lot, but I'm still glad that we stopped when we did, because they're just out of control and I would have never been able to keep up, and that would have been so much money, and just, I mean, you know, so yeah. Like that was something that we were like deep into collecting for the sake of collecting, and it's easy to do with ColourPop. It's easy to get carried away because they are more affordable. So you're not really thinking of it. You're just like, oh, $12, whatever, who cares? But then you're just like, oh, 100 freaking $20 later because you have 10 palettes, and you're just like, damn. So anyway, so I got cut off, of course. I was talking about ColourPop, the Cute AF. I don't think I have all these in order, but it doesn't really matter. The I Think I Love You palette from Rosa. I don't know about this. I don't know about these either. I think I'll set these aside. My Little Pony. I like this because it's colorful, but it's not scary. It's a little more approachable. I think I want to use that. This You Had Me at Hello. The Element of Surprise. I'm not trying to declutter. Like I said, I don't want to declutter for the sake of decluttering, but I haven't touched this I Think I Love You. Yeah, it doesn't look like I touched it at all. So I'm going to set that aside. From those I know I've used. This My Little Pony I know I've used as well. And I do want to use a little bit more. I've used the You Had Me at Hello. I'm not necessarily interested right now. Element of Surprise I've used too. I'm not interested in using it again right now. I've not used this double entendre either, so I think I'm gonna get rid of that. This Give It To Me Straight I really like. But I don't want to use it right now, so I'll set that aside. Dream Street, come on, that light's not get rid of that. Good Sport is nice too. So I keep flipping things around and like misplacing the Zodiac. Obviously keeping that, but not gonna use it right now. Cute AF. I don't know that I want to use this right now, so I'll set that aside too. Now I have these two minis. This is the Take Me Home and the Make Up Your Mind. And I've not used either. You know what? I think I'm gonna get rid of both of these because I've not used either. And this is a neutral. I have plenty. This is colorful. However, I'm not a fan of blues. I'm not a fan of this like super yellow gold. So that's already half the palette, and I don't want to. You know, I really am interested in this peachy gold, but I don't want to keep it just for that. I like purples, but I have a bunch of purples and I haven't even gone through those, so why destroy this one? This one I'm interested in too. It's like a brown green, but I'm sure I have that somewhere else. So I think I could get rid of that. I love this brown sugar. I think I dropped this. Yeah. But oh, see, look, that's a brownish green, so I can use that. I really enjoy this palette. But not right now. I have the Soul and Mod. Oh my god, what happened? Oh god, it just came right out of the pan. Oh my gosh. I dropped this too. And I did fix it, but apparently some others got loose in there. So this was before they repackaged them in their like monochromatic packaging. This is Mod. I haven't used this a lot, but right now I'm not really feeling the, you know, super blue, super red. So this is the Color Pop. These are their first, I think this was like the like 12 summer release that they did years ago. I don't know, do I want to use this right now? I don't want to use this right now. I feel like this is more summer and we're like still in spring, you know, we just got here. I think I'll set this aside. This is the Perception. A little too deep for me right now, so I'll set that aside. And then I have the Fame and Fortune. So this is Fame, which is the cool tone, and Fortune, which is the warm tone. And I didn't know until I saw Emily Noel do it, but I mean, everyone probably knows this by now, but how cute. So, I don't know. Should I keep? I feel like Fame I can get rid of because I have not even touched this. Yeah, I've not even touched this. And I mean, it's super cool tone. I don't see myself, you know what I mean? Even this Fortune. Like, why not give it to someone who can, you know, I have these colors, so there's really, it's not like I'm really missing out on anything. You know, I have a bunch of like creamy base coats, I have some bronzes, I have my matte warm shades, I have a couple of berries that I don't even wear, so why add to it? I think I'm okay getting rid of that. I don't know about this Perception. I've not used this either. But it is deeper, so it is more wearable. I don't know. don't know, I think I can get rid of this too. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't used it by now and I'm not that interested in it. Like, why keep it? You know? I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay getting rid of it. Yeah. Well, you know? And then the last that I have are my like miscellaneous kind of one-off palettes. I don't really have, sorry, anything else from the brand, so let me pull these. Alright, so I've got this Laura Geller Coffee Berry Crunch eyeshadow trio. I think I'm going to keep this out so I can try it. This Charlotte Tilbury La Dolce Vita. And I'm gonna, I think I'll keep, I'm gonna use it right now. This Wondrous, I have not used this. I can, you know, like I don't see marks, I don't see swatches, I don't see brush strokes or loose powder or anything. So I think I'll get rid of this too. It's just a lot, you know, just so much that I have, you know, untouched. Then I have this, what is this? The Blush Nudes by Maybelline. My sister got me this. I remember not really being all that impressed, so I'm gonna use it again, make sure that's still how I feel about it. The Phoenix Rising by Pretty Vulgar. I really like this. And so does Emily Noel. So there's that. And a little too warm for me right now. I'm feeling like the pastels and like light peachy pink washes of color, so I'll set that aside. This LA Colors Stunning palette is stunning. Nah, it's just a basic eyeshadow palette, but I got it for $1, and this thing is awesome. Like, super, super cool. Pigmented, simple, basic, warm, you know, but it was $1, and, you know, I didn't need it, but I was like, hey. And turns out I really like it. I have this Vizart Dark Matte eyeshadow palette. I'm not going to open it because you can see right through it. This Milani Gilded Gold, I just got this, so I want to use it. It was half off at Target, and I just threw it in my cart because I was buying a bunch of mugs. The Persona Identity palette. I really, really like this palette, but a little too smoky, sultry, deep for me. This Sun Bleached Filter palette by Sephora. I want to get more use out of this. It's very, like, I don't know, light washes, almost like watercolor. They're not very pigmented, but I really like that, so I'm going to use that more. I have that for forever. That was like one of my first makeup purchases ever. Like ever. Not even just high-enders ever. And then this Smoke Balm by The Balm. I really like this when I want a green eye. I mean, I hardly ever, so it's kind of nice that I just have the one green eyeshadow to worry about in here. This Physicians Formula Quartz Quartet. I wanted this for forever, and I found it for like $3 or $4 at TJ Maxx, or no, it was a Burlington, and it didn't show up on my eyes. So, you know, I'll mess around maybe with a different primer or something, but I have a feeling I'm going to get rid of this, but just want to be sure. This Stila In the Moment palette, man, this was another like first time palette for me. It's super old. I don't even know if it's good anymore, but I don't know, I'm not ready to get rid of it. And I kind of don't want to do purples right now, so I'm not in the mood to like test it out. This Baked Browns by Dose of Colors. I love this palette, but it broke, and then I tried to repress it, but when I was repressing it, I didn't like get a paper towel and press down on the shadows. I just kind of left them swirl in the pan, and that's kind of how they dried. So, excuse me. So I'll probably, it's all like crumbling all over me. Damn it. So I'll probably try to fix that sometime soon. I have the only MAC palette that I own, and this is the Warm, I think, Neutrals, yeah. Eyeshadow times 15 Warm Neutral. So there's that. I don't know why I opened that, because it's like the Vizart. The Melt Cosmetics Gemini palette. I'm torn because everyone was talking about this. I missed out. I thought I didn't want it. And then it came back in a restock. And I was like, ooh, maybe I do want it. And then I got it. And I realized that literally half of the palette I probably will not use. Like, I never use blacks. And I know a lot of people think, like, a palette isn't complete without a black. But I'm not one of those people. I'd never use black, not even to, like, line my eyes. I use eyeliner. Sometimes I do shadow. Or sometimes I'll use, like, a pencil liner and then a brush. But I very rarely use black shadow. And then these greens, like, you know, you buy it for this and you kind of feel like, okay, you know, it's unique, it's different, whatever. But then I got it and I'm like, how often am I going to really wear that though? And I love the shadows down here on the other side. But again, they're neutrals and I have them like a bunch of times over. So I think I can get rid of this. And I didn't swatch it. I could have sworn I swatched this, but I don't see any marks. I feel like I remember sending my sister pictures of swatches of these, but I don't, it looks completely untouched, so maybe I'm confusing it with another palette, but I think I can get rid of this. It's just, yeah, I don't think I'm going to use those greens enough, and then the neutrals, I have them so many times over, so there's really no point. This isn't, you know, unique anymore for that reason, so that really sucks, but whatever. Moving on. And then this is the, actually I'll go through this one first. The Makeup Revolution by, what? The Revolution, Makeup Revolution London, the Emily Edit, the Once. And definitely not getting rid of this. I'm a huge fan of hers. I've used it a little bit, not enough. It is a huge palette. So I'm going to hang on to this. I want to pull this out right now. I don't know. I think I'll hold off. I have a lot here that I want to play around with before I decide whether or not I'm getting rid of them. So we'll just keep it at that. And then this last one, I don't know that I could ever use this because my sister gave this to me for Christmas. And it's so cute. It is the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory eyeshadow palette from Storybook Cosmetics. So that's what it looks like. And if you take off the sleeve, the book looks the same on the outside as well, or the eyeshadow palette. And we've got a little mirror here, which I'll cover up, so, you know. And then, isn't that cute? Charlie Buckets, Nosberries, Augustus Glue, My TV, Willy Wonka, Oompa Loompa, Fizzy Lifting Drink, Veruca Salt, Everlasting Gobstopper, Violet Beauregard, Wonka Bar, Golden Chocolate, oh sorry, Golden Ticket. Yeah, and then it had this little thing, which I don't know what that was about, but I thought it was so cute. And I've never used it, and I don't think I could because it's so beautiful. And this is one of my favorite movies, so. And it had a little bookmark too. So. The original, not the remake with Johnny Depp. That one creeps me out. But yes, so I'll keep that in there, and then that is it. I do have a bucket full of single shadows, but I'm tired and it's gonna take me forever to upload or like get this video rolling or edited and uploaded. I don't know what I'm saying anymore, you see. So look at my little Indy Poo Poo. I hate when he has like stuff in his eye, it bothers me. So yeah, I'm gonna go and clean up this mess before Johnny gets home, and he's like, and yeah, then I'm gonna watch Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Deathly, sorry. That's a shame considering this will be my third time watching it in a span of like 2 days. I don't know, Johnny had it on the other night and we were watching it till like, I don't know, 3 in the morning, and it was a lot of fun. We watched parts 1 and 2. And then, I don't know, I kind of want to just watch them again. I'm in like a Harry Potter mood. But my sister has our DVDs. Like, he had like a box set and I let her borrow it. And I doubt I'll ever get it back. But, especially at the rate we're going. With the whole like social distancing thing. Which I do want to bring up quickly. And I don't want to mention it again. Not because I don't think it's important. But because YouTube's always been a fun, enjoyable place for me, whether I'm watching or filming myself and uploading for you guys. So I don't want to be that like looming dark cloud, but it is important. And I know it sucks, it's a strange time in our lives, and I'm sure we're all going to remember it, but I hope you guys are being safe, you know, distancing yourselves, self-isolating if you can, if you cannot. I hope you're being safe when you're out there. Cover up, make sure you're washing your hands, doing what you can to not, you know, spread the virus, because you may have it, you may not, but you know, a lot of people are asymptomatic. So it's important to take the necessary precautions just to, you know, make sure that we're caring not only for ourselves, but those that we could possibly infect that may not be able to take it the way, you know, us younger people might be. If you're younger, I don't know. Whoever's, I don't know my like age demographic for my viewers. But yeah, you know, just stay safe. And just, I don't know. I know it's a strange time. I know a lot of people are eager to go to work. I know that there are a lot of things that people are worried about, like bills and things like that. But, you know, if you're in a position where realistically you can't do anything about that, I don't know. Just take comfort or take solace in the time that you have to, I don't know, pick up a new hobby, do things that you've been putting off, be productive or not, you know, catch up on sleep. That's always okay. I don't know, read a book, make a YouTube channel. I don't know. But yeah, just, you know, be safe. I hope you guys are happy, healthy, you know, just doing things that make you happy with the time that we've been given. You know, some cases it might be like a blessing in disguise. And I don't know, that's the way I look at it. So try to find the silver lining in a bunch of stuff. But anyway, I'm not gonna like keep talking about that. Like I said, it is important. I said my piece. I don't want to keep bringing it up in every video because, you know, we'll never forget about it, or I'll never forget about it. And I just want to, like, you know, keep things nice and light and airy here. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I have a bunch of palettes that I'm going to be using in the next few weeks. And hopefully I'll have a better idea about how I feel about each one, and maybe we'll do like a separate declutter video, like here's what I tried, kind of like chopping block things that I'm just getting rid of. And that way I can, you know, be more mindful, like I said, of what I have on hand before bringing more in, being more mindful of what I am going to bring in before I bring it in, and stuff like that. So hopefully this inspired you to go through, you know, your collection as well. Like I said, it wasn't meant to be braggy or anything like that. It's more so for me. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like the video if you did, and subscribe, stick around, share it, comment. I'd like to interact with you guys. That's always fun. And I don't know, maybe next we'll do like face, like bronzer. Wow, Christina, get off. Bronzer, blush, and highlight. It's so funny because I think Jessica Braun was recently talking about it in a video. I think she calls it spoonerisms, where you accidentally morph the beginnings and ends of different words and things like that. And I just did that, so it's funny. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!